Hello and good evening. Well, actually, I come, in this position, so, Andy, it's like that, okay? I will talk with Andy, okay? So I'm waiting him to have a conversation, okay? So I'm in horizontal position as teacher team in this evening. Well, I hope it's not any problem for you. I hope my internet will work in this evening. He said after 1 minute he will come. So let's see. Hello, Pipa! Pipa, I didn't see you from a long time. Well, I did. Actually, I see. You were live. And congratulations for your project or whatever you had there. And I saw a picture where you were grandfather or something like that. Oh, congratulations, Pipa! Okay. So now I'm waiting Andy. Let's see if he's ready or not. I don't know. To talk about love. No, I'm joking. Yeah, in horizontal. Yes, of course. Look like that. Yes, of course. I think I will ask him about this love because I didn't talk with him never ever. So he cannot escape. He cannot escape. As you, Pipa. You remember when you talked with me first time? Then I asked you, what is your definition of love? And you said, well, ask teacher team. Hello, Josue. Okay, so then call Andy if you are in horizontal. As teacher team, I'm copying him. No, just joking. Okay, it's Andy. Don't laugh.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Finally,
Right.
I get you here.
Right. Right. It's I've been super busy, but finally starting to find some time to get into some lives. So I'm starting to be able to talk to people face to face, which is kind of cool. Hello, Peapot.
Yeah. I know why Pipa is laughing now, but it's okay. Mm. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're in
Andy?
Romania, right?
No. No, I'm in
Can you hear
France.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're in France.
Mm-hmm. No. Risi! Oh, Andy, your connection or my connection? I think it's my connection.
Okay. Is that a little bit better?
I hope.
So you say you're in France?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were in Romania.
Well, I'm from Romania. It's true.
Ah, okay. So my wife and I, we were in Romania. I don't know, a few years ago. We went through what's the capital? The Bucharest.
Bucharest.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So we went through. Oh, let's see. Romania, Bulgaria. Um, Sofia was the city of what country?
Bulgaria.
So yeah, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
Okay, so Sofia, Bulgaria, Bucharest, and Budapest. We went through all those and took the train. Um, Visited some of those cities. So yeah, it was cool. It was a great experience. So I thought you were um in Romania, but you're in France. Where at in France?
In Paris.
Oh, okay, very nice. Yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
visited a couple times into Paris. It's very beautiful. I love it.
Well, it's the city of love. It's normal to be beautiful.
Yeah, well, that's why you talk about love all the time.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'm talking about love always, and also I'm living here, so it's normal to talk about love. No.
Right. Very nice.
Mhm.
So, what would you like to talk about today?
or you put first question, or I put question to you. But, you know, in general, not even one person can escape from my hands, you know, when they are here with a question. Well, are you ready?
Sure.
What is your definition of love?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. I think there's a few different kind of ideals, a few different things related around that. Like I could say that I love sports. I've always played sports. I've watched sports. I've coached sports. Um, so I love being part of athletics and things like that. But that is more of a like passion, something that I have always done and continue to be passionate about. Um, I love teaching, which is a little bit different than loving sports. I love teaching. I've been teaching for probably about 20 years now, and I I love it. I love being able to interact with kids and help them grow and help them um, be able to be able to kind of see into their future and kind of make some decisions in high school that will help them as they continue on with either their education or just going and continuing their life after high school. So I've always had a once again the word passion for that too. I when I was probably like a sophomore in high school, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. I think that one of my I had some great teachers when I was growing up in high school, and then I had some amazing professors in college. But one of the main teachers is she was an English teacher of mine in high school, and no matter who you talk to that she taught, um, they always had something amazing to say about her, something that she said to them, something that she did for them, something that whatever. Everybody felt like like she was just the best teacher we ever had. And I've always had this philosophy that every time that I talk to someone and say, "Oh, I'm a teacher," when they respond, they say, "Oh, you're a teacher." Well, I had either a really good teacher or a really bad teacher. No one ever says, "I had a mediocre teacher." Oh, I remember this teacher. She was okay. Oh, I had a teacher and he kind of did stuff. It's either very good or very bad. And I think that a lot of people, um, when they talk about her, it's always very good, and it's always, what an amazing person she was, and how much of an effect she had on everybody's life. And I think that that's something that I've always had this desire to, um, how do you say it, like to influence people even after they leave high school. And so to be in contact with students and see their growth and see who they are and how they've grown and what they've become is just incredible. And that's why I absolutely love teaching. And then you know then there's the love of family and wife, and that's completely different. Something that you just the love that you have for a child of your own is you can't explain it. I don't think that anybody can really truly explain the love for family. It's a whole different kind of thing. It's you're proud, you're protective, you care, you feel their emotion. Um, you know when you've done well, and you know when you've done wrong. And you know that your daily routines and daily things affect them so much, whether it be wife or kids. It's crazy how every day what you do has such an amazing effect, and it can be positive or negative. And hopefully, if it's negative, you can fix that and be better the next day. But yeah, the love for a child is I don't even know how to explain it. It's just they're some days, it's funny because Ashley and I, my wife and I, we have a 3-year-old and we have an 8-month-year-old, and we still just go. Some days you just go, I can't believe that we have kids, and I can't believe that these are our kids. It's crazy,
Mhm.
and it still doesn't. Sometimes it's just bizarre. Like it's just a bizarre feeling to have children and to know that you have to guide them every single day. And so that's kind of like, to me, like the levels of love. Like when people talk about love and they talk about, well, I love you. Well, to me, that's there's so many different levels of love. Like I'm very passionate about, certain things in life, and I think that that passion could be considered love of something, because I do love my job. I love, the education is something that has always been something that I've done my whole life, and I just, it's just so cool to be able to be influential on so many people. And I think that, as teacher Tim and I um, connected and started talking, and I started seeing like his vision of the world and his vision of education, um, we just clicked, because his passion is so easy to see. His desire for helping the entire world is second to none. I mean, he's so passionate about what he does. But um, what I love about it is, now not only I'm connecting with, maybe kids in my classroom, but now we're connecting with the world. And I think that's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to be able to start seeing all these countries coming together and building this team, this group of individuals who, yeah, we want to learn English, but we also want to learn about each other. We want to learn about culture, and we want to learn about, routine and what people do. And, you don't get that in the classroom. It's very hard to say, okay, like, let's study a book from that someone wrote in, I don't know, England. Okay, well, okay, great. I read it, someone wrote it, move on. But with this, now you can go, okay, I want to learn something about England. Well, if we have somebody that's representing that country, they can talk about it, they can express things, and they can teach everyone information. So I think it's so cool that we're being able to build this community, and that is something that I just am so excited about, seeing how this is growing.
Mhm. Well, Pippa, he has a question for you. What are subject he has been teaching for almost 20 years?
Well, yeah, I saw that too, and I was going to respond to it. I've taught English. My entire career, I've taught English, high school English, but within that, I have taught dual enrollment, which is like students who are at a really high level, so they get credit for English in high school, as well as credit in English in college. So they're getting two different kind of credits, which means that basically they're doing a lot of high level work. But what's really cool about it is that they get credit for it for college, so they don't have to pay for that. So when you go to college, and especially in the United States, when you go to college, the first year is kind of like almost a review of high school. Where are they at? How are they doing? Whatever.
Mhm.
So a lot of the kids do dual enrollment, and so therefore they don't have to do that. And so some kids do so much that when they go into college, they're already on their second year of college as far as credits. So they go in as sophomores. So now they're only paying for 3 years of education, to the colleges, instead of 4 years. So I've taught those students. I've taught college level comp, high school, college level entry composition, which is a lot of writing and being able to express, um, thoughts and ideas as well as like research and stuff like that. So that's a preparation for them as they go into into the next level. And then I've taught all the way down to um, overseas, where I've taught in classes where kids don't even know how to speak English, um, and trying to teach them how to speak English, which is somewhat difficult, but very very challenging and just a great experience. And then here at home, I've taught students who are struggling with English language. Sometimes they're like second language learners, and so I've taught many different levels of composition and literature and everything. I mean, you name it, I've probably taught some class that's related to that. So yeah, it's been a lot of different levels and a lot of different subjects that I've taught.
Yeah. Well, before you told me that you had a teacher in your school, do you think she to be was your inspiration for teaching lesson of it?
What's that?
Please. No, my son.
Oh.
uh, da, da. Before you told me that you had a teacher and actually she was inspiring you. We can
Mm-hmm.
say that actually she was your inspiration for teaching.
Yeah, she I think that her philosophies and her ideas that were instilled in me when I was in, just a high schooler, I still to this day try to emulate who she was and how she taught, because yeah, she was one of the top teachers that inspired me to be in education. And she just the things that students would do for her were unbelievable. She just had a way of getting people to uh, do fantastic work for her. And she not only was a teacher, but she actually was a person, and she cared about you, and you knew that she had you know that passion for her students as well. And you know I think that any student who is in a classroom, they don't always like what's being taught to them.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, a high percentage don't. And I've always tried to use kind of her philosophy of teaching to kind of show the kids that, yeah, you might not like this, you might not think it's anything important to you, but hopefully by the end of it you will appreciate it, and it will, and something will have you will get something out of this. And that's always been my goal, is to try to get students to understand that maybe it's not just about things that you like, but maybe you could learn something if you took the time to think about things or study or read or whatever, and maybe you'll find out that there's something that you didn't even know that you liked. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she was a huge influence. And then I had another a professor, an English professor. She was German. She was from Germany, but she taught in Colorado, where I went to college. And she was just another influence in my life of what a true teacher should be, and very influential in my growth as a teacher and educator as I went through college and went through college classes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I can see now your inspiration, and our inspiration is teacher team too, and you now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I look at him, and he is and this is why we've connected so well, is because his passion and his desire to create a worldwide network of people who actually want to learn and are excited to learn, and connecting teachers and students from around the world. it's inspirational. It's something that not very many people do. There's not a whole lot of people that can say that they're doing what Teacher Tim does. Now, some of us teach in classrooms, some of us teach online. I know that you do a lot of work online, and all teachers, I think, have this desire to be able to influence not just our students but other people. And uh it's but he's doing it. That's the thing, is he is connecting people. He is finding this path for all of us as teachers to be able to influence even more, and to be able to connect even more. So yeah, it's pretty inspiring to see how he works and what he does.
Yeah, because I know many teachers, but to be honest, no one is staying and to talk with everyone, and to take on calls every day and
Hmm.
every day. How teacher team is doing. Let's be honest, he's working a lot, and we need to
Yeah.
appreciate these things because it's
Yep.
very rare to find this kind of teacher, to
Yeah.
stay here daily, to come and to talk with you and to listen you.
Right.
It's just amazing. Just amazing.
Yeah, and I think that teachers that see him and start talking with him and connecting with him, they are instantly attracted to him, because most teachers have this desire to be influential and to share their knowledge, and to share who they are, and what they can give to the world. And this platform that
Hmm.
we're creating, it's just getting bigger and bigger, and it's been, I think.
Are you here?
And
Yeah, I think.
oh, my back, my back. Can you hear me?
Yes, no.
What's going on?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, no, yeah.
You can hear me again? Okay. I don't know what happened. But I think that his. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So I've known him for about 3 to 4 years now, and I know that even before those 3 to 4 years, he has spent years doing what he's doing now, but it's finally growing. It's finally like his.
Just
I
five
think his
minutes.
vision.
Just 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think
Cola,
his vision has gotten
just
has
5 minutes.
gotten much larger, and things are going.
Cola, just 5 minutes, ok?
No
Cola,
problem.
mă aud? Poți să iai cheile, că am acum fac un live, ok? Ok, ciao, bye bye. Mâine. Yes. No, it's the employers of my husband. Yeah.
I see that. Let's see. Peapot asked, share between teaching English to native students and non-native students.
Okay.
Well, that's a very loaded question. I think there's a lot of similarities. I think that a lot of people will think that in the United States everyone speaks English really well. They don't. There are a
Mhm.
lot of non-native speakers. We call them ESL, English as a second language. And so you find students in your classroom that may speak two or three languages, and English is not their first language. So teaching, not like in the United States as well as like in other countries, there's such a broad spectrum or level of student. In the Middle East, I had students who could barely speak a sentence in English in the same classroom as a student who just read the latest Harry Potter book. And if you know how big Harry Potter books are, they're massive. So
Yeah.
you have in the Middle East, I had that big of a level. Well, in the United States, you have students in the same room that they might be, Spanish speaking, and they might know a little bit of English, but they don't know everything in English. But they're in the same room as a student who will come in and say, "Oh, I just, I just read, 3 or 4 books on whatever." And you can have that conversation with them, and you can have that big of a difference in a classroom in the United States as well as overseas. So education, and I think that people are starting to see this with when Teacher Tim talks as well, is when people start talking about education, most teachers say the same thing no matter what part of the world they're in. One, I have too many kids in my classroom. Two, I'm not allowed to really teach them in a way that they are excited. We're giving them tests, we're doing this, we're doing that, and it's kind of boring. Um, we have students who want to learn and students who don't want to learn. We have administration who want to make us more successful, and some administration that doesn't really care what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you think of, like, when you listen to every teacher talking about, what their classrooms are like in any country, it's very similar. It's very similar. And so, as I think that as we grow in this English community, I think we're going to see that people can give ideas and suggestions, and it's going to work for all teachers. And that's kind of cool because you kind of realize, oh yeah, it's basically the same everywhere you go.
Yeah. I have another question. Why people are expecting um, teacher to teach for free? Why do you
What's
think?
that? Oh,
I
why do
said,
you think people expect them?
yeah.
Um,
As you see,
I don't
I,
think that people expect to be taught for free.
yeah,
I think that
because ask me to finish, please.
okay.
Because I saw, for example, teacher Mariana, she had a post, where she wrote like, people are coming and are asking her to teach them for free.
Hmm.
But actually,
Hmm.
now in private, you are not teaching for free, actually. And this is my question. Why do you think people are expecting you to teach them for free?
Um, I think that one, they don't still don't have the funds to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that around the world, people, it's very hard to find funding to be tutored. Getting tutored is very expensive. And sometimes when you're being tutored, you're saying to yourself, I'm not learning anything. I'm getting nothing out of this, and I keep paying this person to teach me, but I'm not getting anything out of it.
Exactly.
I think that the it might not be an expectation, it's almost a necessity to be taught for free because they don't have any way to
Mm-hmm.
pay. Now, is that fair for the teachers that are working very hard and putting up lessons or making videos or doing anything like that? It's That's what teachers do, and I think that teachers sometimes get a little bit of taken advantage of because that's what teachers do. They look at their students and think to themselves, man, if only I could start an after school program, I could help these kids a little bit more. If only I could have a little bit more time with them, I could give them a better education. And people like Mariana, who has adults, she's thinking, I want to help my community. That's what teachers do. They want to be that person that people talk about 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. Because the people that are asking for education, they might not be able to pay for it.
So what's
And
the solution?
what's the solution?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that quite clearly, I think one of the one of the big solutions is that we've been kind of talking about a lot is Webtalk. And I think that solution is in such a infant stage that we don't quite see where it can go. So we as about maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, there was an app that came out, and it was a sports app. And you could watch a game, and you could talk to people, and you could make guesses, and you could win prizes, and you could interact with people. And the premise was, if you were like an affiliate, and you paid you paid an affiliate fee or whatever, and you became an affiliate, and you went and told people, hey, come play this game. You would get some revenue in return. Well, it was a great idea, but not everybody likes sports, and not everybody could be up at the same time when something was going live. So, I tell people a lot of times, I watch plenty of your videos, but I don't watch them live because I might be busy. I might be doing something. I might be sleeping. I might be with my kids, but I do watch. And every once in a while, I'll put sometimes even live, like it'll be live, but I'll be doing other things. And so this app was making people have to come at a certain time and all do things at the same time, and it didn't work. And so, we used it, and it worked. I mean, some people really got into it. It was fun, but it was very time consuming. And so, as the interactions happen, and as things, people connected, and this is where I connected with teacher Tim, and we would brainstorm, like, how can we make this better? And it was very hard it was very hard to figure out how to make it better and make it work. But it did work for some people. Some people got on and talked with each other and wrote, but you couldn't speak, so you couldn't hear English. You couldn't hear people talking. Well, then along comes Webtalk, and Webtalk says, look, we're going to change the way people do social media. And at first, I was like, this sounds great. This sounds like a great idea. And, I talked to Tim, and I said, look, here's something that this guy has a vision of. And I said, I don't know how it's going to work, but I think it might be the thing that we could use to help teachers. Because teachers, no matter where you live and what country you live at, teachers don't get paid what they deserve. That's just bottom line. It's hard to make money as a teacher. That's just the way it is. But teachers don't care about that. That's not their desire. Their desire has never been to make money. And never was I in college and I thought, oh, I'm going to make multi-millions of dollars being a teacher. No one ever told me that. No one ever lied to me. I never thought that. I knew what it was like to be a teacher. It's a job that as kind of cliche or whatever. It's a job about helping others. And so what you get paid is minimal compared to the work that you do. So I looked at it and I said, look, man, if most teachers and most people, if they could make $500 extra a month, it would change their lifestyle. And that's only $500. And so we looked at that and we said, okay, what if this is correct? What if anybody who I know would join up in Webtalk underneath me and at some point start giving me a little bit of revenue? And I was a teacher, and I have a following of people that say, I don't have the money to pay you, but yet I'm a teacher, and I say, okay, it's okay. Maybe you can pay me a little bit. Maybe you can, maybe I'll give you 2 lessons and you pay me for 1. Whatever we can do. We got to figure out something. Well, now here's an opportunity for every single person that wants to learn, that wants to be educated, that wants to connect with over 40 countries already, 40 countries that we have involved that are represented in our English group. I want to learn from all of them. So instead of saying, well, I'm just going to get it for free, what can I do? Well, you can sign up. And it's free to sign up, but now you're basically donating money to the person who's helping you. And so the solution now is in our hands. It's there. There is a person who had a vision of, I want social media to help everyone. If we look at Facebook, social media doesn't help anyone except a few people on that created it, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Someone was very smart. Zuckerberg was smart. He, however you feel about him, but he had an idea, and a few people had an idea, and now they're making way massive amounts of money. But teachers don't need massive amounts of money. They never have. That's not their desire. Is it nice? Would it be nice to have extra money? Of course it would. Because what do teachers do? Turn around and do more. Because now they have a means to do that. So, we've kind of talked to teachers and said, how much money do you think you would need to make your life a little bit better, but continue doing the things that you want to do? Teaching, and maybe adding something into that. And some people say $100 a month would be amazing. Some people say $5,000 would be amazing. Some people say more would be amazing. Some people say less. It doesn't matter. Everybody has their own desire for what they feel that would help them be successful. So now we have this platform where people like Mariana, right? Mariana? Yeah. She can say to every single person that comes to her and says, I want to learn English. Okay, great. That's fantastic. Here's a link. Go to it. She doesn't even have to tell them, here's a link so I can make money. All she has to do is say, here's a link. And what do? They go. At some point, that person's value, we don't know where it could be, but it could be a little, could be a lot, could be $1, could be $50, could be 10 cents. But at least they're giving a little bit. But it doesn't have to be out of their pocket. Yeah. And if they care about, that teacher and what they're doing, they could say, instead of giving out maybe their link, they could say, you guys should sign up on Webtalk under this link, because this person's helping me. And let's say I have 10 friends and they're worth $1. So now I have $11 that I can give to you per month. Is that very much? No. But what if all 100 people that she talks to, that she helps every month, says, we're going to do the same thing? Now, those 100 people, if they find 10 people to give her link to them, and then say, okay, from now on, I want to keep the link, I want to get some revenue, so I'm going to give out my link. That's 1,000 people. So all the people that she's been teaching, she could tell them that, and now they're giving her money.
Yeah, but why do you think some teachers, to say like that, they are afraid to sign up on Webtalk? They are afraid, or they have another?
They don't get it. And the thing that's weird is because, I'm guarantee it that when someone, the person who talked to you about signing up for Facebook, I don't know who that was, but I'm sure at some point they were like, oh man, I'm on Facebook. And you're like, oh, you're on Facebook. What's Facebook? Oh, Facebook is where I talk to people and, watch videos and stuff. Okay, cool. I'll sign that up. Were they scared about that? Were you scared to sign up for Facebook?
No.
No. So how you approach people. So what you say is, especially like her, she does videos all the time. Okay, Facebook Live. I'm going to do a live. Great. I'm going to record it. Great. Guess where you're going to have to go to see it again? Webtalk. Well, what's Webtalk? Oh, it's a social media site, but I'm going to post all my stuff up there, and you can sign up for free, and now you can go back and watch videos of me teaching anytime you like. Tell your friends. It doesn't have to be a scary thing. It doesn't have to be that people have to do something that they don't want to do. They're already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the next level. So we have my scenario that I talk to people about is MySpace.
Can you repeat? Because I
MySpace.
MySpace, yes, I hear about MySpace.
Okay, so you heard about
But
MySpace, right? Do you use MySpace?
no, but I think before I use it, a few years ago.
You think before you signed up and
Yeah,
did
because I
something on
think about
MySpace.
it.
You did. We all did.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us. Us are a little bit older. So,
Yeah, but I don't remember about what was then
no,
MySpace.
no one
But
remembers.
I'm sure I
But
know.
guess,
I know.
but guess what? MySpace is still running. MySpace is still a site that is working. We might not know about it. We might not care about it, but it happened. So when MySpace came out, everybody said, "Go to MySpace." What's MySpace? And this was back when I was, probably just getting into college. And everyone's like, "Oh, MySpace, MySpace, MySpace." Oh, okay, sweet. What is it? Oh, it's this new thing. Okay. Well, that and Gmail. We all know about Google. We all know about Gmail. We use it all the time. I got a personal invite from a friend to get into Gmail, just like Webtalk. Do you have to now? No. But back in the day when it was starting, they were tracking how it was going. So my buddy said, "Hey, here's a link. Check out Google, check out Gmail." And I was like, "What's Google? What's Gmail?" "I don't know, but I'll try it." He's like, "Oh, it's an email site." So we all had the AOL to get set up, right? Some people know what I'm talking about. So then he sent me a thing that said, "Come to Gmail." So I typed in stuff. I got to create my own Gmail name, and I've had Gmail ever since. 15 years maybe. Now, what if me signing up under him, I was worth $1 every month? For the last 15 years, every month
Yeah,
he would get $1.
exactly.
But that didn't happen. That's not how it worked. It was free. That was it. But guess who's getting paid right now for Gmail and Google? Not us. Someone else that's higher.
Yeah.
So MySpace still runs. I have an account on MySpace. Have I looked at that account in 15 years? No. But then then Facebook came. Oh, here's another social media site, and it's really cool. You get to hang out with friends. Guess what? Kids think that old people use Facebook.
Yeah.
Because then the next thing came: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. Boom, boom, boom. All these things are coming, coming, coming. And people will stand in front of a camera and do dances for TikTok. But when you talk to them about, "Hey, you should join Webtalk," people are like, I don't know. I don't know if I should do that.
Yeah,
Why are you
exactly.
scared of that? Because I think people are talking about money before just getting them signed up.
The thing is that people, they are thinking maybe you will make money, and they don't want these things. This is the real problem. They don't want you to have money. Yeah, simple. This is the truth.
That could be a very valid statement. Why? I don't understand. And that's the thing, is I don't understand why, but I think you've got a great point, because when you tell your family and friends, "Oh, you should try Webtalk," and they're like,
Mm.
That's a pyramid scheme."
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's the worst pyramid scheme ever if it's a pyramid scheme. Because they're saying, "You sign up for free, we're going to give you money if you sign some people up." That's a horrible pyramid scheme. That is the worst pyramid scheme that's ever been created. Don't pay us money, but we're going to pay you money. And then people say, well, I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense. Why would they pay you money? Okay, why don't you do some research? Why don't you look at Facebook? Tell me how much money you've paid to use Facebook in your lifetime. $0. No one's ever been charged to use Facebook. Now, people get charged to do advertising. Businesses create pages and they have to pay money. But to use it, the general person never pays a dime to pay to use Facebook. But what is Facebook worth? What am I worth on Facebook? Well, right now, about they say like $3 to $5 a month is what my value is in Facebook because of all the advertising, all the businesses that give money to Facebook to be part of Facebook and advertise. So I'm worth $3 to $5. Almost 2 billion people are worth $3 to $5. And no one thinks that's a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
No one goes, yep, I'm going to stop using Facebook because someone's making money and it's not me. But when you tell them, look, if you use this new social media site, you get to make some money. It could be $1. It could be $100. We don't even know. Nope, not going to do it. There's got to be a catch. But hey, join my Twitter. Oh, okay. Done. So I think you're right. I think that part of it is people don't want other people to be successful. And when they hear, oh, here's some money, or here's the idea, here's the philosophy, people don't understand that there's a new revolution of social media that says everyone around the world that uses this can get something for it. Because you're working. You're going out and talking to people. So why not reward you with a little bit of incentive to do so? You are the advertisement. You are the promoter. Why shouldn't you get something for it? And I think that, people that watch this or, people that are interacting, they'll figure it out. They're going to understand at some point, wow, this is incredible. And it's going to take a while because, RJ's been talking about, well, vendors don't really want to be part of it and they don't want to be, part of something that's going to pay 5 levels deep and we might have to get rid of that. Then don't take those people. There's plenty of people that can understand. It's like Amazon. Amazon makes 10 billion in 1 year and doesn't even have to pay taxes. But yet they won't take 1 billion and split it up amongst all of their workers and say, hey, here's a bonus for working so hard to make this company so successful. It's people like that won't get into this. Businesses like that, they won't say, oh, you know what? Since everyone's working so hard at promoting us on this, we're okay with giving them some money. They don't like that. But there's going to be some that are going to get it. And they're going to understand that this site is going to change how people do social media. And I believe that. I believe that that's what's going to happen. The more I watch, the more I see, whether it's 1 level, 2 levels, 5 levels, whatever they decide, people are going to make money. They are making money already.
But what I'm thinking, that are lots of people who don't want to sign up with my link or with the link of Risa or Teacher Team, but they are signing up with another links,
And see, that's what's crazy to me.
Do you know why?
Well, because
to not make money, or Teacher Team, to not make, because jealousy and yeah, you understand. Somehow I start to understand now people.
Right. And I understand that, and I think that some people just go to Google and they're Googling it and they're checking out and it's like, oh yeah, Webtalk is pretty cool. Webtalk does make sense. And they just click on a link and go, okay, I'm going to sign up. And it's frustrating because we want a community of people to be helping the ones that are teaching them. That's what we want.
Yeah.
But if you look at the bigger picture, if I have 10 people that have signed up underneath me and they're worth 10 cents because only 2 million people are on Webtalk, that's not very much money. But let's say 1 billion people sign up, the revenue per person grows, and therefore you're going to get something out of it. So it's frustrating. It's not exactly what we want, because we say, okay, I've been trying to talk to you. I've been trying to teach you English. I've been trying to help you be successful, and you can't even do this for me. That's messed up. But big picture, it's a little bit different. If it grows, if the thing gets big, they'll come. You'll have more and more people coming to you,
Yeah, exactly.
because more and more people are going to realize, oh wow, she actually is correct. She's actually telling me something that could help me. And the problem is, and the problem is it's free.
Yeah.
You're not asking anybody to do anything that they can't do. Like you can't like, I'm not saying every month you got to give me $20 and then I'll teach you English. Some people might not be able to afford $20, but everyone can afford free. And the thing is the people that you're teaching English to, they know businesses. They know people with big followings. They know people that are influential. They know people that might need some extra money. And they don't see the big picture yet. They don't see that they could, in turn, sign up, go talk to their friends. Look at Rissa every day, different languages. He promotes it all the time.
Yeah.
If it earns him money, fantastic. If it doesn't earn him money, he's still building this massive community of people that are going to be connected to him and learn and do things with him. So
Exactly.
the process is going to take some time. Nobody, Facebook wasn't 1 billion people in the first year. It took a while. But what's incredible about WebTalk, in the first shoot, I don't know. I'm kind of guessing, but like, I've been watching it, and about 6, maybe 7 months ago, it was at like 100,000 users. And that's when I got started really looking at it. And I was like, 100,000 users, that's not very much. And they said, look, this is our plan, this is our goal. Now they're almost at 3 million people. It's growing, and it's taking its time, but it's growing. And when they finally say, okay, businesses and influential people like celebrities, when they are allowed to post and show that they're on WebTalk, that's when it's going to blow up. Because we have celebrities and business people that are smart, that do get it. And if you have a celebrity that's got 500,000 people that follow them, are they not going to want to get some extra revenue? So
Yeah.
when they join, now it's going to be a big phenomenon. Everybody's going, oh my goodness, this celebrity's on. Now I'm going to do it. Well, that's fine, because 500,000 people means the revenue is going to go up. The value of everybody goes up. So it just takes time. And I think that, what is frustrating is people, like you say, have a desire not to have you be successful. And some people just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think, and I'm sure actually a web talk is as a gift, for teachers,
It's a
from
what?
the students. Web talk is actually a gift, for us. But unfortunately, people, they don't want to see these things. But I'm sure will come a day when they will see these things and they will come and they will say, send me your link, please.
Oh, for sure. And you know, for me, you know, I do, you know, multitude of different things to you know, to create streams of income. And all of them, I think, are there's that process to open your mouth and say, here's something that not everyone knows about, and here's an opportunity. And everyone's like, oh, that's stupid. Oh, that's dumb. Well, I remember when I was in college, and I know this is, you know, people don't do talk a lot about cryptocurrency, but I heard about Bitcoin when I was in college.
Mhm.
And you know what I did? I said, ah, that's stupid. Why would anybody do that? That's dumb. And we all know the story of the guy that bought pizza for 10,000, I think it was 10,000 or 20,000 Bitcoin. Two pizzas. Right now, Bitcoin is worth $7,000. So if he spent 10,000 Bitcoin on two pizzas, how expensive were those pizzas?
Yeah.
Oh, it's stupid because it goes up and down. Well, if you would have bought it at $1, anything above $1 would be success. Some people were smart enough to keep it when it was until it was worth $20,000 a Bitcoin and sold it. It's the
Yes.
same thing, and that's the problem. Is, you know, we think everything is stupid. We think everything is, oh, this doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't. A lot of things don't make sense, but you got to have people that look past that.
Can you hear me? Oh, I think we
Sorry,
lost him.
I'll be back. Am I back?
It's okay now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me again? Okay,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
so back in the day, someone created the idea of MySpace. Some people signed up. Some people said it was dumb. Then Facebook, a lot more people signed up. Some people still said it was dumb. Then let's see, Twitter. Who would use Twitter? Why would you put, you know, 100 words on Twitter and people talk about it? People use it. Snapchat. Why would people put, you know, rabbit ears on their head and send pictures of it to people? That's dumb. Someone's making money off of that. And now we got TikTok. If you've heard of TikTok, people get in front of a camera and do dances. And that's literally what it is. People dancing from around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is making a ton of money off of that.
Of course.
But that someone is not the people dancing in the videos. I can guarantee you that. 100% guarantee that the people that every day are posting stuff up, I'm dancing. They might be influential. They might get something if they reach 1 million viewers, but they're not making the people that have 10 followers, they're not getting any money out of it. But all those people are advertisements every single day. They're advertising themselves and advertising this new app, and people are jumping on and doing it.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
Web Talk says, we want you to do all of that, but we want you to earn. And people don't get that. It's scary for people to think that they could make money without having to go work at a job.
Yeah, but actually are not only this thing. Depend on the person, you know. For example, I get a lot of message, you know, in my messenger with, you know, can we talk? Can I improve my English with you? And, you know, yes, of course we can, if you sign up on Webtalk. But surprise, no one wants to sign up on Webtalk. And after
And
I
that's
get
fine.
message, after I get message, but actually I want to be your best friend. Yeah, but actually all people are my best friends, you know.
Right.
So you can understand
And
now. Mm,
but I think that a way for you maybe to have a little bit different of an approach is, can I get on and talk to you? Of course you can. Be my friend. Get on. I'll talk to you. Hey, would you like to see some videos of recorded messages so you can learn a little bit better? So you can sit down and listen and hear someone speak? I just had an interview with Andy from the United States, and he speaks okay. So you might want to listen to him. And they say, "Oh yeah, that'd be great. Okay, go to this site and watch this video." Now they're not thinking she's trying to get me to do something. They're just going and watching a video. So what is this web talk? It's just and I always tell people say, "Well, what is web talk?" I said it's a social media site. But on that social media site, you can take it, put stuff up on it, and it'll send it to your Facebook, it'll send it to your LinkedIn, it'll send it to your Twitter, it'll send it to your Snapchat. What? I could do that? I could send stuff to everything? Yeah. So what I do is I talk to people about the thing that they already know. They know all these other sites, and they know that they post all the time, and it must be so time consuming to do that. But if you get on my social media site, now you can post to all of them. And what's really cool about that is if you do that, when they click on it in Facebook, it sends them to WebTalk. So you don't have to worry. You don't. I think that you have to have a different kind of approach. And I've, I've run into people that a lot of my friends. I have plenty of friends from around the world. And I'm like, if you guys just would think about this for 2 seconds, just 2 seconds, how many people do you know in the UAE? If you would just get them to follow you, boom. I have friends in the UAE that have over 500,000 people that follow them on different things because they're very influential. They have businesses and they have followings and they have all these people that follow them. Are they on WebTalk? No, because when I talk to them, they think, "Oh well, you're just trying to scheme some
yeah,
money." I'm not. I'm telling you about a social media site that's going to help you, but they don't listen, and that's fine.
yeah, and I told you why. Because I think that is jealousy actually, not because they
Well,
don't listen or they don't understand, because they are not so
mhm.
stupid to say like that to not understand. They
Yeah,
are understanding very clear these things, and because they don't want you to have something, they say no, I'm not interested. Thank you. It's okay.
yeah,
You know. I think this is the reason, really, in my
yeah.
opinion.
And hopefully, as they
One
as
of
they
them.
continue to watch and they continue to see who you are, um, they change their mind. I'm not gonna get people to, you know, do what I present unless they kind of understand who I am. So, um, my thing is, I wouldn't be so concerned about the people that don't get it. I would be concerned about the people that do,
Exactly.
because I've been on uh, some lives with Rissa, and he's starting to get people that are involved. And I'd said to him, "Look, you come from a business mind, and obviously people that you're connected to are connected to business. They're going to understand it a little bit more. So you need to look at those people and say, think about this. How many people are you connected to?" And I think that even as teachers, how many people are we connected to that have connections? I talk to people all the time, and all of a sudden you realize, oh well, this person is a social media blah blah blah, whatever they do. Have you? And I talk to people. When I talk to people, I say, so what do you do? Oh, I'm on social media. I run social media for this company. Oh, so you must have heard of Webtalk then, because only everyone knows about that. And they're like, no, I haven't heard of that. Okay, well, check this out. If you went to your company and said, hey, everybody from our company needs to sign up for this. This is the kind of money that you could make. And they don't get it. Some of them don't get it. And it's frustrating because it's like you could take your entire company, thousands upon thousands of people, and tell them we're doing a weekly newsletter on Webtalk. So you should sign up so you can read it. We're doing announcements on Webtalk. We're doing videos on Webtalk. We're doing anything on Webtalk. So sign up. Well, no one in the business is going to be like, nope, not doing that. It's the future of what it could be is so big that people just don't get it, and I don't get it. I think I get it sometimes, and then I'm just like blown away, like, whoa, this could be huge. It really could, but it takes time. But that to me, going back way back to the question that you asked, like what's a solution for teachers? I think this is a great solution for teachers. I think this I see as one of those things that it's like if teachers, as because me personally, when students say I want to follow you on Facebook or Snapchat or Twitter or Instagram, I always tell them no. I will never have students follow me. Now, when they graduate, they can. That's different. If every teacher who had graduating seniors said, hey, it's been nice knowing you, sign up, you can follow me on Facebook now. And before you leave school, sign up on Webtalk. And the kids are going to say, well, why Webtalk? What's this? Well, it's not the coolest thing because it's not Snapchat. You're not giving duck faces and dancing. But some of you might be wanting to go to college. You're going to need money. Maybe you should talk to your friends and have your friends support you through college. What I'm going to do is I'm taking a group of kids to Greece next year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I do see, when the site goes live, which supposedly should happen here this month or maybe next month, I don't know exactly, but when it goes and I can actually show that revenue is coming in, I'm going to have all of these kids' parents sign up. Then I'm going to have all of the kids take that link and give it to every single person they know. So now what they're doing is they have a goal. They have a vision. Oh, do you want to go to Greece for free? Or do you want to have your parents pay a ton of money? Well, the parents are going to say, I'd rather not pay. Well, here's a great opportunity for you. You make your kid take your link, go all over the place, get people to sign up, and every time that they sign up, you're going to get $1 a month towards your trip. So at some point, that $3,000 or $4,000 trip is going to be free.
Exactly.
That's incentive.
Yeah.
Now, if every single person that followed you, that listened to you teaching English every day to them and talking to them, would just open their little brain and say, wait a minute, you're telling me that if I get a bunch of people to sign up underneath me, I'm going to make money? Well, what do you want to do? You talk about love. What people love to do. Lots of people love to travel. Lots of people love to make money. Lots of people like to go out and eat. Lots of people like to drive nice cars. Lots of people like to help their community. Lots of people like to give to charity. All these are things that people love to do, but do they always have the funding to do it? Here's an opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how we need to present it to people. That's how people need to see it. Like, instead of what's she getting, what am I getting?
Exactly. You're right. Well,
You know,
I hope
put it on
people
them.
will understand in the end.
I think more people would understand if we give it to them in a fashion. Peapot, you know, he has many connections to businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And I say about him, I say, look, if he would talk to all these top leaders that trust him, that know him, and say, sir, your business, everyone should sign up for Webtalk, and you can post newsletters every month to it. You don't have to use it for the daily. We can't use it for live.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet. At some point, hopefully.
Yeah.
But every week or every month or every other day, we're going to put some announcements up on Webtalk. You need to sign up for it so that you know what's going on in the company. Okay. Now you have a business person with all of his people, a new stream of income.
Yeah.
And we have to create more and more streams of income so that we are able to do the things that we want to do. So when you talk to people about what do you love? Well, I love to, ride motorcycles. How expensive is it for a motorcycle? Well, I pay, I bought one and I have to pay $400 a month. How many friends do you have on Facebook? 800. So if you told all 800 of them, they're not all going to sign up, but if you told all 800 of them, hey, you want to see me ride my motorcycle and I'm going to show videos on this new website, and 300 of them sign up, well, that's $300 less that they're paying for their motorcycle every month.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I want to give to charity. Okay, cool. Go to whatever charity and say, look, you sign up and put your charity on this website. I don't even have to give you money. You just put all the people that follow your charity in Webtalk. Post things like places that you're going to do charity work, videos of your work,
Yeah.
this, that, or the other. But any person that ever comes into your charity from now until the end of time, sign them up on Webtalk so you can show them. Now your charity is making thousands of dollars. I don't even have to pay you, but I gave you the opportunity. I gave you the gift. Everybody has a desire to do something. And most of the time it takes money to do it.
In everything.
So, yeah. So, you want to learn English? Cool. I'm making videos. Well, let me see those videos. Just look on Webtalk. What's Webtalk? It's just a social media site. Watch the video when you sign up. That's what I tell a lot of people. Just watch the video when you sign up. If you have questions, ask me. People do it.
Yeah.
And I think that it will grow. It will grow. It just takes some time.
I'm sure we will grow. Just now, it's just the beginning and people are still not understanding all,
Yep.
but
Yep.
by time, I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yep. I think by the end of the summer, their goal is to have 20 some million people by the end of the summer into, end of the year. That's going to turn some heads, because if it goes from 2 million, like right now, about 2 to 3 million, to 20 million in the next, in the next like 5-6 months, that's big.
Yeah, well, in the end, Webtalk is a solution, no?
Yeah.
For students,
It's,
but also for teachers.
yep.
So people need to understand these things. They should to
Yep.
understand. But actually, it's real. is really a solution for everyone. You are a student,
It
you don't
is.
need to pay money, okay? Because you don't have. You come and say, okay, I want to learn from you, but I don't have money. Okay, I give you my link. Well, depend on you if you really want. And for teacher, of course, I don't want to take money from student because I know he or she don't has. But I
Right.
know Webtalk will pay me. So yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good solution.
Yep. And that's the thing is teachers don't like doing that. Teachers don't like taking money from people to teach. Like that's just not how they're programmed. But if you have an avenue to get money without making someone give you money, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's just talking about one level. We have, I don't even talk about the 5 levels because I don't know exactly where they're headed with that. So I don't even talk about that anymore because I don't want to, say things that might change. But the 1 level, it's there.
Yeah.
I hope the 5 levels stays because that's what I'm focused on. I'm not focused on my first level. I'm focused on level 5, 4 and 5. But that's we'll see where that goes.
No,
But
I'm sure
anyway,
it'll be okay. I'm sure. Just we need to have passion, patience.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, by time people will understand. I'm sure of that. Just
Yep.
they need to think 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
Yep.
Not more.
Yep. All right. Well, I've got to get going. I've got to get some work done. But it was finally great talking to you. I'm sure we will do it again soon.
Thank you so much, Andy, for being here.
No problem. No problem. It's been great.
Okay. Thank you. Have a
All
beautiful
right.
evening.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so as you hear, Webtalk is a solution for us, for me, and for you. If you are a student, take money from the children, from the students, well, you can come on Webtalk. You can sign up, and Webtalk is going to pay you. But, well, if you don't want, you don't want. Okay, people, okay, people, okay, people, you are here. What do you want to tell me? Come on, I'm going to ask you.
Hi. Hi. Yeah.
Wow, Pipa!
Yeah. That is great. Yeah. I deeply listen to the every single words teacher Andy Smith share. Yeah. About the many things, but I asked him the several questions, but he didn't give the answer to all. But next times I will share with him about the. In the beginning, I asked him about the education. So there are so many questions because I didn't know what is the right people, native speaker in particular, to ask because I'm engineers and all of my friends is not the teachers and we can share the what I am interested. And teacher Andy Smith, yeah, he
Well, I'm sure next time he will
told
answer.
he told there are many new things for me I never heard in my life. Because a while ago I told him about what is his ideas when we teach students of who are native speaker and non-native speaker. Yeah, what I knew from him is in America, it's not every people can speak English. But actually, my question is slightly different because I was in doubt for many years because okay, when I talk about the non-native student or non-native learners, I mean the non-native learner who use English as a second language, and they gain experience during his 10 years in their mother tongue. yeah, it's different because like in Thailand, yeah, if you can speak your mother tongue, but you're supposed to learn about the grammar and tenses of Thai language. Yeah, and you can imagine if one American would knew nothing about the Thai. And my question is, I intend to ask Andy Smith if it is the same, if we use the same book that we use for the Thai student to teach the American. Yeah, that is the meanings of my question, but he did not give me answer yet. Yeah, and a while ago, and a second question, when he mentioned in the beginning, he used the words. Uh, he responded the question how to be a good teacher because he told education is all of his life because he loved teaching. Yeah, and he used a verse that I tried to think of along. He said one word. This is what very most important for me. It is to influence the student. So I start thinking because influence is different from the teacher team taught us because teacher team always mentioned about permission based and through project based learning. It is this group of the words like to influence. So I would like to make clear about the words because okay, I am non-native speaker. Sometimes the words in the same group might give the slightly difference in the meanings. Yeah, that is what I interested. Okay, next time I will make appointment and ask this question. Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
Dr.
third,
Abdullah.
yeah. After that, she go in deep. She went in deep about web talk as usual. But this today I deeply listen to every hit single word. It's not about the algorithm. It's not about the something technical. But Andy Smith share about the big pictures and the philosophy. Yeah, that is very useful, and then it saved my times because okay, now I'm taking serious researching about the web talk because I supposed to go in parallel, listen and self research about the knowledge because there are so many complicated, for someone who just take it for granted because the thing RJ proposed to the world is something like systematic. So if you like to follow, you have to follow in a systematic way for the technical, so you can get clear pictures. And about application, about the benefit, and what we talked every day is because it is two sides. It's a compassion side and the passion side for the business, and the compassion side for contribute to teacher and to the people who contribute themselves to donate themselves to the global community. This group of people deserve something back, like a revenue, extra, bonus, whatever. Yeah. Okay. That is about what I deeply listen to Andy. And I come to your question. When you said that you invite many of your friends, invitation link, and you said you don't know because when they apply web talk, they apply under the others invitation link. That was I heard, and you both of you guys analyze what is the reason, and Andy Smith shared might be you we need to use the different approach. Instead of science because we need something psychology. And the key words I would like to share because the people sometimes they experience to hundreds or thousands.
I hear you now.
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, it a little bit fluctuate.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it is better. I'm back. You are back. I think because people experience the negative sides of the online. There are thousands, hundreds, and sometimes this is like a spam or the cheating because people they don't open mind for the first time because they not yet know clear picture about the web talk. But if the people don't trust because of the a negative perception to online application, because we have to realize that there are so many cheating online. It's a business. That is people always protect themselves first, and I think it's we need to gradually graduate, repeat, and educate them. Yeah, just be patient, and when people trust and they can be aware of the benefit, yeah, and again they will decide that to sign up and then getting research themselves. Yeah, that is I would like to add to what you are talking about that. And the last thing, yeah, it is the facts. I like to correlate it to my product. It is a brand new product. When you are talking about there's some product that is a so-called innovative. Innovative, that is something that never exist. And that is it is my difficulty, because when you produce anything like coconut juice, and then there are so many brands, very easy because the people have their perception already. But when I propose, when I came up with my innovative products, that is my direct experience. We need to be patient because when let's say there are hundreds of people who came to my booth, and wow, what is that? That is the question, and many questions. So we have to be patient and educate the customer because it's innovative. Nobody know. And this the question of the difference of the single people all different because they ask different question because of the different perception. Sometimes these food technologists came to my booth and asked this very technical question. But some people came to my booth, they knew nothing, and they asked like from the zero, 1, 2, 3, yeah, yeah. That is my experience happens to me 5 years ago when I was introducing innovative products. So I would like to correlate because the web talk is just emerge, yeah. And then people like a teacher Andy said, when you introduce the web talk to your friend or someone, okay, and the question is, what is the difference between the web talk and you said the newly emerged application with this Facebook they got used to for years? Yeah, I think that is the facts. And if we are aware of the facts, we become patient and we understand the human being. Yeah. And that did happen to Facebook as well as Andy shared, because in the beginning, Facebook they face the same thing. They need to wait until after that when it rise very fast when it expands like a network. Yeah, that is what I would like to share.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, people.
Mm.
Well, you're right. People need to understand and we need to have patience. Yeah, it's true. But we need to go on, until people
Yeah,
will
yeah.
understand.
Keep doing, keep doing. Teacher Adi said it's time-taking process to introduce something very new, and then
Yeah. And
yeah.
when I said that, well, it's just my opinion that probably some of the people, they are jealous, and they don't want you to make money or something like that. I just said I'm not sure, but it's a possibility, here to can be happen also like that, people to be jealous, But in the end,
I
don't
think
need to
you
focus
didn't
on
carry
these
it. You
people,
didn't carry it. Yeah.
We don't need to
No.
focus on these people. We need just to go on with the people who really wants to do something in their lives.
Yeah, I think you know very well because you mentioned several times about the two terms. Yeah, this is qualitative and quantitative. Yeah.
Yeah, quality
Mm.
and quantity. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because to get the someone qualified to join our vision, yeah,
Mm.
we need to be patient. Yeah, that is fact. That is I realize whole of my life. Sometimes you cannot be in rush for something because if you understand, like I told you, people they are upset for the many cheating in the online, and teacher Alice, we knew each other online, and we never um, met face to face. And next month, it is our first time to talk face to face in the real world instead of the virtual world. Teacher Liz, she trusts teacher team. She trusts me because it is time. It's long time. It's a sufficient uh, to know each others, and that is why she decided to come to Thailand and spend our time together. And what I would like to tell you, because her husband, she sorry, he doesn't like the online platforms, and he remind Alice. He said that he could understand why you trust people you met online. Yeah, it's a different mindset.
Yeah.
Actually, online is okay. I cannot touch the screen, no, like a mirror. But there are people when you talk online every single day, and you can feel the feeling because after you share the idea, the mindset of the people, and okay, it can turn to the real world. It is okay. It is two-way. Someone know each other offline in the real world, and later on they keep talking online. Like my customer, we met face to face at the exhibition, and we shared our contact, and later on we talk online. But sometimes it's a reverse is possible. Everything is possible, and that is people who uh, don't like to talk with the people online. They always think of the people like a stranger. So if so, that they don't trust in the beginning, and they talk and then they give the time so we can create a relationship, friendship, and finally, even Risa, he planned to come to Thailand someday. And one man from Myanmar who work in Finland, he gave me a call on last Saturday. He said that he just arrived at the Thailand International Airport. So he said he will go to Myanmar, and then he will make appointment to meet me and teacher team at the
Beautiful.
university. Yeah, that just can happen because of the world is so-called a one village.
Mm.
That's a
It's
fact.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
people, I just want to say that I don't know people how they are thinking, but I'm grateful because I meet you and teacher team and all of my colleagues from this club and not only. And I believe in this relation. you know, I believe, because we are talking from soul to soul, you know, not only face to face to say like that. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm sure we will meet also in the future.
yeah. I think the thing is everything. It depends on because I talked with Super Sunny several times, yeah, on global stage and many times on inside the messenger privately. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking because okay, if I can manage my free times, yeah, I would like to fly to his hometown with the green environment. Do that. It is not my first time in his hometown. It is my second time because I've been there now 4 years ago on my business. Yeah,
Mhm.
and this it is that his hometown is Kelala, Kelala. Yeah, I've been there uh, 4 years ago on business, and why not? Just 3 hours. Yeah, just
Yeah.
fly, because the thing is not about the money, Nelusa. The thing is that you have a friend. You
Exactly.
have friend. That's it. It's not about the money. It's about this and anything connecting to money. The great thing is because you would like to go there because you have a friend. That's it. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking. Where in terms of the friendship. Yeah,
And I can say that here we find actually the unconditional love, people.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now are you agree with me that love is the most important thing?
yeah. Because like a dog,
Hmm,
I have a dog. I love my dog without any condition
exactly.
because it trusts me. Because if the people, individuals, it doesn't matter where the people come from, any uh, any part of the world, and if you trust and you feel trust,
Mm-hmm.
everything is possible. Disconnected from money, break this stupid barrier, and then the human can get closer because of the heart instead of the something useless for me. Yeah, and because in the beginning, the teacher team he was lonely because we talked many times on Facebook Live and nobody shared with us. And nowadays, okay, I was taken place by Super Risa.
Lisa,
Sometimes,
Lisa took your place. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
exactly. Super vampire as well. We have to arrange a schedule. Otherwise, you cannot join the Facebook Live with teacher Tim.
Yeah, but the number one, believe me, is Risa. He took the place of all.
Yeah, I think
Just beautiful.
you didn't know the sad news because a while ago, this in the beginning when you start talking with Andy, he came in, and a while ago I looked at the messengers. He informed me the something sudden happened. Uh, he lost. Let me see. He said a while ago he received a call from his family. He lost his aunt, so he's so sad he cannot participate. Yeah.
Risa?
What? Yeah. Yes. I think
Oh,
you didn't see this because you were
I didn't see.
you
Didn't.
you was talking with Andy. Yeah, and I checked his mail in the messenger. Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
Well, yeah. this is the life, you know. The grandma of my husband also, she passed away, you know.
Yeah,
This is the life. Life is beautiful, but sometimes is hurting you, but it's going on, you know. This is the beauty of life in the end.
yeah. I think this sometimes we cannot control. Yeah, let it be because it's out of our control. Yeah, that's the fact of life. Do our best today, and doing our best tomorrow, and at any time do the best our best in the present moment. Like a Sunanta, he just lost her mom
Yeah.
last week. Yeah, this is a fact of life. We have to face the fact. But the most important thing, every day, we have to create the happiness. Whenever we talk and we share, and you know, this one day, if I didn't see the teacher team, didn't see the Nelusa, didn't see Risa, every members, I felt it different. I felt it so weird because I think something wrong today. Why I didn't see? Because you know, when you start Facebook Live every day, so but I couldn't join because it's the time. At that time, I was driving to pick my son, so I just say hello. Yeah, but I cannot join Facebook Live. And today it's almost 2 o'clock a.m. It's really late.
Oh, la, la.
But because of Andy and you create a very beautiful conversation, so I become addict. I cannot live and deep listening till the end. It's amazing, amazing. It's very useful today. Thank you very much for your making today happens. And thank you again, teacher Andy Smith, because whenever he joined the Facebook Live, there, all his idea, his thought is a very invaluable and informative. Yeah, yeah. Because I just noticed he has been teaching almost 20 years, like an Indian teacher, Vinod. Vinod also have their 20 years experience in teaching in Indian public school. Yeah, both of them, this might be the same ages. Yeah,
Yeah, beautiful. It was a beautiful day in the end. Having you here, having Andy also, you know,
yeah,
and sharing the idea of life in the end.
yeah. I think this Supermom Anong is not yet go to bed. I'm not sure if Anong would like to join. น้องอนงจอยคุยกันไหมครับ Okay, I thank you very much. I think I'm supposed to go to bed and then let the other member join and talk later.
Have a beautiful night, Pipa, and thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny, you know, this is the first question is when you ask Sandy is about love. And after
Because
that,
for the first time.
yeah, you see the way that Andy Smith gave you answer is quite similar to mine because he answered in a very serious and finally expand to another thing and it's end up at the web talk as usual. Okay,
Yeah.
see you. Thank you. สวัสดีครับ 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 ส
Sadika.
วัสดีครับ
Ciao.
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Sadika, bye bye. Pipa, wait. Okay. So, okay. I think I got cold. Wow. Thank you a lot, Pipa, for being here. It was a beautiful evening for me because here is evening, there is night. At Andy, I don't know, maybe it's day, night, eve, I don't know. So thank you very much for watching my video. I need to go because I will need to put my son to sleep. Okay, so oh no, you have problems. I don't know what happened nowadays. Everyone has problems. Yeah, well, be strong. I wish your father to become fine soon. Yeah, my son also was sick last week, and a lots of surprise, you know. not so beautiful surprise, but what we should do. This is the life, and we need to enjoy each second from our life, and do not forget that love is the most important things, okay, in our life. Don't forget this thing. Okay. Thank you very much for watching my video. I wish all of you to be happy, to not forget to smile, and until next time, enjoy your life in a good way. Have a beautiful evening. Bye bye.